G'day guys, my name is Ryan Blunden from Doppler, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to install the Doppler integration from Vercel's new marketplace. First step is to go to your account homepage, then click on Integrations. We can find Doppler by browsing the marketplace, in the security category, click on the logo, and then click on Add to begin the installation process. You can choose whether you want to apply it to an individual or a team account, as well as whether you want Doppler to be able to sync secrets for every project or a specific list of projects. Clicking on Install is going to take us through the sign-in or login process, depending upon if you already have a Doppler account. I'm going to show you how easy it is to sign up for Doppler, and I'm going to be using Google email as the way of creating my account. Now, in the background, Doppler is going to be communicating with Vercel's API, and it's going to prompt to create a workplace that in this case is the same name as the team in Vercel, and then it's going to ask me to create a project. I'm going to use the project and the secrets or environment variables that are in the Mandalorian Gifts project in Vercel, and then it's going to go and set up the integration. Now, what the integration actually is it's going to create a project in Doppler that has the three environments that Vercel has, which is development, preview, and production. It's going to import all of the secrets from Vercel and then set up an integration. So every single time you change a secret in Doppler, it automatically syncs that change to Vercel. Now, to get to the dashboard for Doppler, just click on website from the integration page and then sign in. And here we are at the Doppler dashboard. Now, I'm going to skip the onboarding process, but if you haven't used Doppler before, I'd highly recommend it. Now let's take a look at the project that Doppler has created for us. All right, so we can see here that we've got three environments: development, preview, and production, just like in Vercel. Now, the reason why you might want to install Doppler, in addition to having your environment variables managed by Vercel, is that Doppler is a dedicated config and secrets manager. Now, what I mean by this is it simply has just more features when it comes to managing your application config and secrets. For example, we can see that Doppler is giving us an alert here saying that we have a secret missing. Now, the reason being is that in our production environment variables from Vercel, which Doppler has imported, we set an API key in production, but not in preview, or development. So what we can do is we can just say to Doppler, that's actually okay that we don't have the API key. We don't want to use that for preview and development. And I can actually apply that change to multiple environments right here. Okay, so now we're looking in good shape. Now, in terms of what Doppler set up for the integration, if we go to the integrations page and then click on Vercel, what we can see is that anytime we change a secret in the dev environment for Doppler, it's going to sync that to the development environment in Vercel. All right, let's actually give this a try. So if we go to Mandalorian Gifts and we go to the production config, let's change, the Giphy tag from Mandalorian to Grogu. Oops, if I could type. All right, let's click on that and we'll save it just for production. Now, if we head to integrations, Vercel again, I can actually just click on this link right here. And this is going to take me to the environment variables section in Vercel. And if I search for tag, then what I should be able to see is, yep, we've changed the value from what it was, which was Mandalorian, to Grogu. Okay, so that's how the sync works. Change something in Doppler, that change is instantly reflected in Vercel. Okay, now let's take a look at another really awesome feature, which is the ability to automatically trigger a redeploy in Vercel when you change a secret in Doppler. I think this is one of those killer features that really makes a lot of customers add Doppler in terms of their secrets syncing flow. So if we go to Git in Vercel, just scroll down to deploy hooks. So I'm going to call this one Doppler production, and the main branch seems fine, and we'll create a hook. All right, so I'm going to copy this webhook. Now I'm going to go back to Doppler. Now, it turns out that creating a webhook for a project is actually a paid feature, but it doesn't matter because we can give you access to a trial without you having to actually enter a credit card or anything like that. So we'll click on the standard plan, which will give us access to webhooks. What made me upgrade? I'll select webhooks in this case. You don't have to fill this out if you don't want to. All right. So now if we head back to the Mandalorian Gifts project and we click on webhooks, let's add a brand new one. So I'm going to paste my URL in here. We don't have to worry about secret. And then we just select this webhook should only be triggered when we change something in the production config. Okay, so let's give this a change. Let's go to Mandalorian GIFs again. Let's go to our production environment and let's change the rating from PG-13 to G. Now, if we take a look at the actual deployed app, we can see currently that the Giphy rating is set to PG-13. And so what should happen is when we click save, this change should be instantly reflected in Vercel, but greater than that, it should also have triggered a deploy. So if we head back to our project, and if we go to deployments, we can see that we've triggered a new deploy. And this is really helpful because it means that you don't have to go to the Vercel dashboard and manually click on redeploy. Doppler is going to trigger this for you anytime you change something in production. Okay, so we'll just wait a few seconds for this to complete. Actually, while this is going on, I'll show you another feature from Doppler that might be very handy, is that you have the ability, if misconfiguration change is made, for instance, that you can instantly roll back that change. So as I said before, Doppler being a dedicated secrets manager, it just has a few extra features that make it better to manage secrets, as opposed to Vercel's just built-in environment variable management. All right, so if we head back to our build, looks like everything is good. And so if I go and refresh this now, we can see that the value has been changed to G. And because our Giphy tag is Grogu, now we're getting lots of adorable GIFs of Grogu instead of just the Mandalorian. All right, well, you've seen how easy it is to add the Doppler integration to Vercel using their new marketplace. Hope you enjoyed the video and thanks for watching.